Today, Tesla is one of the most valuable car companies in the world. Its vehicles are driven by millions of people. Its CEO is one of the most famous entrepreneurs on the planet, and its name has become synonymous with innovation. But there was a time when Tesla was on the verge of collapse, a time when employees feared they wouldn't receive their next paycheck, a time when investors had lost confidence, a time when bankruptcy seemed almost certain. In fact, Tesla came so close to failure that the entire company nearly disappeared before most people had even heard of it. So how did a struggling startup survive against some of the largest automakers in history? And how did it eventually change the future of transportation? This is the incredible story of Tesla. Welcome to the Business Vault. Let's unlock today's story. To understand Tesla's success, we first need to understand the world before Tesla existed. For more than a century, the automobile industry was dominated by gasoline-powered vehicles. Major companies had spent decades perfecting internal combustion engines. Manufacturers like Ford, General Motors, Toyota, and Volkswagen controlled the global market. Electric cars existed, but they were largely ignored. Most consumers believed electric vehicles were slow, unattractive, and impractical. Even industry experts doubted that electric cars could ever compete with traditional vehicles. The technology simply wasn't there. Battery costs were high, driving range was limited, charging infrastructure barely existed. For many people, electric vehicles seemed destined to remain a niche product. But a small group of entrepreneurs saw things differently. They believed the future belonged to electric transportation, and they were willing to risk everything to prove it. Tesla was founded in 2003 by a group of engineers who wanted to challenge the automotive industry. Their mission was ambitious. They wanted to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. It was a bold vision, but there was one major problem. Building a car company is incredibly difficult. Developing a new vehicle requires enormous amounts of money. Engineering, manufacturing, supply chains, safety testing, marketing. The costs quickly add up. Many startups fail long before producing a single vehicle. Tesla faced all of these challenges. And unlike traditional automakers, it didn't have decades of experience or billions of dollars in resources. The odds were stacked against them from the very beginning. In 2004, an entrepreneur named Elon Musk invested in Tesla. At the time, Musk had already achieved success through several ventures. He believed electric vehicles represented the future. More importantly, he believed Tesla could lead that future. Musk became the company's largest investor and eventually its chairman. His involvement brought credibility. It also brought much-needed funding. But money alone couldn't guarantee success. Tesla still faced enormous obstacles. Many people dismissed the company. Critics argued that consumers would never buy electric cars. Costs continued rising. Production delays became common. Engineering challenges slowed progress. The company was burning through cash at an alarming rate. Each delay increased financial pressure, and Tesla didn't have unlimited resources. As development continued, Tesla encountered one setback after another. Production schedules slipped, expenses exploded, investors became nervous. The company's survival was increasingly uncertain. Building prototypes is one thing. Mass-producing vehicles is another challenge entirely. Tesla quickly discovered how difficult manufacturing could be. Every component needed to work perfectly. Every supplier needed to deliver on time. Every engineering problem required a solution. Mistakes became expensive, and time was running out. Meanwhile, competitors watched from the sidelines. Inside Tesla, leaders began preparing for the possibility of failure. Some feared bankruptcy was unavoidable. Others worried payroll wouldn't be met. The company had reached a critical moment. Without additional funding, Tesla might not survive. Years of effort, years of sacrifice, years of innovation, all of or would it become another startup that failed while trying to change the world? That answer would depend on a series of decisions that would shape the future of the automotive industry forever. By late 2008, Tesla was running out of money. The company had spent years developing the Roadster. Production delays had drained resources. The global financial crisis had scared investors, and cash reserves were disappearing rapidly. Inside the company, anxiety was everywhere. Employees didn't know if Tesla would survive the year. Suppliers wanted payment. Investors were hesitant. The future looked bleak. At the center of the storm was Elon Musk. At the time, Musk wasn't the billionaire many people know today. In fact, he was facing financial pressure of his own. Much of his wealth was tied up in his companies, and several of those companies were struggling simultaneously. Tesla needed money, desperately. Without immediate funding, bankruptcy seemed inevitable. Musk faced a difficult decision: walk away and accept failure, or risk everything he had left. He chose the second option. As the crisis intensified, Elon Musk invested more of his personal fortune into Tesla. It was an enormous risk. Friends and advisors warned him. The company could still fail. If it did, he could lose nearly everything. But Musk believed Tesla's mission was worth fighting for. In December 2008, just as the company was nearing collapse, Tesla secured crucial funding. The investment provided a lifeline. For the first time in months, there was hope. Tesla survived, barely. Many people would later describe the moment as one of the closest calls in modern business history. Had the funding arrived a little later, Tesla might not exist today. The company had escaped disaster. But survival alone wasn't enough. Now Tesla had to prove it could become a real car manufacturer. After surviving its financial crisis, Tesla focused on its next major challenge, the Model S. Unlike the Roadster, which targeted a niche audience, the Model S was designed for broader appeal. The vehicle offered impressive range, rapid acceleration, and innovative features. Suddenly, electric cars were no longer viewed as compromises. They were becoming desirable. Tesla had changed the conversation. For years, critics argued that electric vehicles could never compete with traditional cars. Tesla was determined to prove them wrong. The Model S became a turning point. Consumers began embracing electric transportation. Industry experts took notice. Awards followed, sales increased, and Tesla's reputation grew stronger. Perhaps most importantly, public perception began changing. People no longer viewed Tesla as a risky startup. They started viewing it as a serious competitor. The company had survived long enough to earn credibility. Now it was gaining momentum, and momentum can be a powerful force in business. Success created new challenges. As demand increased, Tesla needed more batteries. Lots of batteries. Traditional supply chains weren't enough. To solve the problem, Tesla pursued another bold idea: Gigafactories. Massive manufacturing facilities designed to produce batteries and vehicles at unprecedented scale. Many observers considered the plan unrealistic. The investment required billions of dollars. The risks were enormous. But Tesla believed controlling battery production would provide a major competitive advantage. Construction began. The company expanded aggressively, and once again, critics predicted failure. But Tesla continued moving forward. The Gigafactory strategy helped reduce costs, increase production, and strengthen Tesla's position within the industry. Tesla struggled to manufacture enough vehicles. Delays created frustration. Analysts questioned whether the company could meet expectations. Once again, Tesla entered what Elon Musk called production hell. Factories operated around the clock. Employees worked under intense pressure. The company fought to increase output, and eventually it succeeded. The Model 3 became one of the world's best-selling electric vehicles. Tesla had achieved what many experts believed was impossible. Tesla's success forced the entire automotive industry to rethink its future. For years, traditional manufacturers had dismissed electric vehicles. Now they faced a new reality. Consumer demand was growing. Governments were supporting cleaner transportation, and Tesla was proving that electric cars could be profitable. One by one, major automakers announced electric vehicle strategies. Billions of dollars were invested. Entire product lineups were redesigned. The industry was changing, and Tesla had accelerated that change. What began as a small startup was now influencing some of the largest corporations on Earth. As the years passed, Tesla continued expanding. New factories opened around the world. Vehicle production increased dramatically. Energy products became part of the company's mission. Its influence extended beyond automobiles. Tesla evolved into a symbol of innovation. Investors rewarded that growth. The company's value soared. At various points, Tesla became more valuable than many traditional automakers combined. For a business that nearly went bankrupt in 2008, the transformation was remarkable. The company had gone from the edge of collapse to the forefront of a global industry. Tesla's story offers several important lessons. Its journey remains one of the most remarkable comeback stories in modern business history. What do you think was Tesla's most important decision? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this business story, subscribe to the Business Vault, because behind every billion-dollar company lies a story worth unlocking.